Welcome to Small Business Stories. I am Mike Downhour with the Monroe Chamber with Quentin Durr from Louisiana Catalyst. Welcome. And we also have here Josh Carroll, who's a creator with SnapMe Creative. Josh, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Talk to us a little bit about what is SnapMe Creative?
SnapMe Creative. We are a full service ad agency. We're an agency of record for many of our clients. We have a lot of local clients. We've got a lot of national clients as well. But really, we handle all of your marketing and creative needs for any of our clients. And we've got digital advertising. So we will work on the digital front of getting you out there, working with Google. We are a Google partner. We will deal with reputation management, local listing optimization. We also do traditional broadcast advertising as well. We work with numerous broadcast systems across the U.S. to be able to get your commercials or radio spots in play in the market that you need them in, and all the way down to some of the more of the ancillary things like promotional products or printed items like flyers, stationery, things of that nature. So, yeah.
It's a difficult world out there for an advertiser, for a business. There's so many things you've got to know and do. Some people may not even realize they need an ad agency or, the things that you offer. You mean media placement. You mean creative. You mean all of the above, correct?
We do.
And take me through a traditional meeting with a client and what you're going to try to find out from them.
Yeah. Okay. So, when we're prospecting or if someone is reaching out to us for any kind of, any kind of business needs, we usually sit down and we do a client needs assessment, CNA, and we don't come at it from the approach of, well, we can sell you this and sell you this and sell you this. It's really every business is different and every market is going to be different. And every industry in that market is a little different. So we have to learn who you are and what you do and what your objectives are, the obstacles that you face on the daily. And so once we kind of get that charted and listed, we then try to find out what a healthy budget is. And a lot of our clients don't know what that is. So we pull every year from the U.S. Department of Commerce and Revenue, we pull in what every industry on average is spending on their gross revenues, what percentage they're spending on their marketing. So it gives us a good jump start for our clients to say, hey, this is kind of where your industry's at. It does not mean that you have to use that as the Bible to adhere to. We can come under, we can go over, but it kind of lets you know a good spot to springboard from. But we'll take that budget and we'll go back and look at the list of objectives and everything that we've learned about you and your company and your needs. And then we say our goodbyes and we'll spend a week just together, my team, and we strategize for a good, healthy plan that's going to put you either at a very competitive position in your market or even put you above that position in the market. And then we'll come back and reconvene in another week, and then we give you that proposal and tell you what we think is the best solution there for you. And being an agency of record, we're also kind of the out. Sometimes there's a lot of people hitting up organizations for money. Sometimes it's advertising, sometimes it's public relations things, sometimes it's
ball teams.
Exactly, sponsoring a local ball team. Well, basically, our clients get the ability to then say, hey, we've given this agency of record our entire comprehensive budget for the year. You need to go to them. And then we look at it and we get the opportunity to evaluate whether or not that particular thing, it aligns with their marketing strategy, if it fits in their budget. If we think it's a good deal, but it may not fit in the budget, we start asking numbers, and then we come back to our client, we let them know, hey, this is about what we need to get back from you to be able to make this happen, but we think it's a good deal. Or, hey, we think it's a good deal and it's in your budget. Would you mind if we incorporated that into the mix of your strategy? So it's always, we stay in constant communication with our clients. We meet monthly to go over all of the tactics that we offer, that we are engaged and under contract with them to get the narrative for the marketing, to get any new resources or materials that we may need to use or pull together. Are there any events or anything that's upcoming here in the next 2 months that we might need to get some promotional products for you and get them ready so that you can hand them out at that event? Things of that nature.
Is there a specific success story that you would like to talk about, even if you don't want to mention names, just something that you're really proud that SnapMe handled and did for a client?
We've got a lot. It's hard to just narrow down one, but we've got one that's really close to me. It's a very good friend of mine, but we've been able to help them with their marketing, and I have watched them over the course of the past 6 years go from a 6-figure business to an 8-figure business.
Very nice.
So it's good for us, but it's also rewarding for us to be able to turn around, not from a financial aspect, but just rewarding for us to see our clients doing really well and succeeding and hitting their goals and growing and being able to serve our community much better.
Yeah, I'll add, Josh, that two things that you touched on that is critical is first, establishing a budget. We've talked so much about marketing that a lot of people and a lot of companies don't even establish a budget. Mm-hmm. They just kind of shoot off the hip on what they think they want to do. And it's a dangerous way to play in the marketing world versus setting a budget based off your revenue and putting that money away. We always say like the gap between where you're at and where you want to be is marketing. And depending on how much you spend is how quick you get there. And you can spend a ton on marketing, which goes into the second point. It's not a one-size-fit-all.
No.
And he touched on it. It depends on your industry, whether you're a startup, are you growth cycle, are you mature, are you look at hiring, are you looking at a new product line, what industry, what the overall economics are doing. So there's so many different things that go into play that you really have to sit down with an agency like Josh and say, here are my needs, here's where I'm trying to go, and then allow them the ability to go back and figure out what that looks like and try to help you get there. It's not a one-size-fit-all, by no means.
Correct. And though we offer all these tactics, it does not mean that every one of these tactics are beneficial for every single company.
Right.
Some of them, we may offer this tactic over and over and over again to every client because it's applicable, but then you've got this one client that comes in and says, hey, this company's they're doing this, and we want to do it too. And we look at it, and we're like, it's not going to really help you accomplish anything.
Right.
So sometimes it is a hard discussion, saying, look, I know you think that this is what you need, but we're telling you this is not going to be to your benefit, but this will.
Right.
And we'll give them those suggestions and lay that out.
I've got a story that about somebody I know. I won't name any names at all, but they put their entire life savings into opening up a restaurant, and I think they just felt like the restaurant would be something that would automatically succeed. They didn't really plan. There was no backup equipment. There was no advertising. There was no actually much extra money for part-time help. And ultimately, we all know what happened. The business failed. You lose your life savings. And how would you handle somebody like that may be a little reluctant to spend money, but if they come to you and say, I recognize the fact that I need help, how do you recommend what they should do?
Well, I mean, just to bring it to a level that everyone can relate with, we're in an oversaturated market, every market. We've got so much content available at our fingertips anywhere we go and everywhere we go. Anxiety and attention deficit issues are on the rise. They're through the roof right now. And it's because we have so much stuff available. So if you're not marketing yourself, you're not even in the game. You've got to market yourself to get your name out there and to become a successful business.
Oh, but I'll let my product speak for itself.
Well, there's numerous products out there you're competing against, and if they're the ones that are going to get the attention first, they're most likely going to get the buy over you. So you've got to get out there and compete against them on the level that they're competing at. Yeah.
What's the future of SnapMe looking like? Where do you see SnapMe Creative 3 to 5 years from now?
Well, we bought a new building 2 years ago and got into it. And just with what we've been able to bring to the table and show our local clients here what we can do, we have grown. We've seen growth. And it's been a blessing. It also comes with the struggles. But we're looking for, potentially to find another building now to move to, just so we can continue to house and continue to grow at the rate that we are growing. We do have a lot of national clients, and we started, Charles and I both, we started the business not wanting to be stuck with just clients here in this one basket, this one market. So we have a lot of national clients as well that help out. But we started looking at this. If we're going to compete at that level, we have a lot of businesses here locally that really need that kind of help, that don't understand the marketing front. So we're here. I mean, we want to help. We can take those kinds of tactics and the strategic strategies that we're putting forth on our national clients, and we can do it on a local level and really help our local clients shine, drive more sales, get more brand awareness and more exposure to therefore better their business, better their livelihood. And I think in return, ultimately, if we're all doing this here, we're going to better the community.
Let's talk about you and Charles Fry for a minute. You two are your partners here, but I've seen you on television. I've seen you at a variety of functions. You're a Monroe Chamber ambassador, which means, and in fact, you're part of the executive team now. And talk to us a little bit about that part of how those two, SnapMe and the Monroe Chamber, work together.
Yeah. Well, my partner, Charles, his family, they live here. They're from here. Myself, my family, we live here. We've got another partner, Daniel. He lives here. His kids are here. We're all engaged with our kids in school here. So this is our community. This is home. And to be able to go and plug in with the chamber, which again is all about driving more business and helping all of the businesses that are here to grow and to better our community, why would we not want to be a part of that? And then just from a networking standpoint, for what we do, me being involved with the chamber at that level too, I mean, we're constantly doing ribbon cuttings for new businesses. Or maybe this business has been established for a long time, but hey, we just added a new product or a new feature or a new service to the business, and we're going to do ribbon cutting for that. That's a new product or a new feature, a new service that needs to be advertised now and let people know about that. So just the networking aspect where we can come together, SnapMe and the chamber, there's that benefit, of us being able to put ourselves out there and help those that are in our community that are looking to get more engaged and get more visibility.
Quentin, we'll do a ribbon cutting and Josh will show up, and he doesn't just come in here to shake hands, kiss babies, and do all that. He comes bearing gifts. It's a SnapMe mug. He's got SnapMe swag to give away, and obviously that is impressive to the people we're doing the the chamber ribbon cutting for. Why do you I know the answer, but everybody needs to hear why you choose to do that, and why is that so important?
Well, I mean, these are things that, a mug, everyone's going to drink coffee. It's going to be a hat. People wear hats. We put our products out there so that people can see that, and it's brand awareness for us. But at the same time, it's also keeping us top of mind for that individual that's getting those products from us, that when they need marketing, they think of us, and then they'll call us, and then we get to engage with them. And we're never, ever a pushy, salesy type. It is that introductory discovery meeting where we sit down and we just listen. That's really what our job is at that point, is just to listen and find out who they are and what they need. And then we can come back with something that is geared to help and to market them in a better way. And those products are typically, when we go to those ribbon cuttings and I hand those out, a lot of times that's the first thing that they've heard about us, or the first time that they've met us. And now they've got something there in their hands, in their house, in their home,
and it stays
in their office, and it's there. And then, oh yeah, I remember them. I need to give them a call. So
it's a great way to stay top of mind, because usually, speaking from personally, like, marketing companies are sometimes the worst at marketing themselves, because you get so caught up in marketing everyone else. So that's a great way to, put yourself out there, because I know it's a struggle sometimes to promote yourself as a marketing company when typically, but in another thing I want to touch on is, with a business plan from a catalyst, if we work with startups and companies, business plans are always critical. But one of the biggest pieces of that is the marketing plan that goes in the business plan. So if you do not have a marketing plan, get with Josh, get with an agency that can learn your business plan so they can help develop that marketing plan, because the two go hand in hand.
Well, I was a part of radio for years and years and years, and radio, just to watch the transformation from just radio to online audio to digital to things that I would have never dreamed you could advertise on. How do you introduce an older dog to the newer tricks of Google and some of the online products that are out there?
Well, one of the downfalls of traditional and more the older way is that it was kind of, we can give guesstimations as to what that circulation might be, or the viewers that tune in. They're not exact figures. But on that digital front and a lot of these newer technologies, they allow us to be able to follow every dollar. We can give an actual return of investment for every tactic that we're putting money towards. And we actually have a dashboard that we will give every one of our clients that they can look. It's got a real-time calendar, so they can set those parameters to, a month, a quarter, the year, however long that they've been, interacting with us and doing business with us. But they can set that time frame and they can go and look where every dollar's gone and see every, click that they've received, where it's come from, what kind of device it's been. It's all trackable. So we can showcase that data and let them see, hey, your dollars have not been thrown away. They're being invested. You can see the investment. It's tangible now. And, we can even, one of the things that we do for phone calls, this is another sustainable advantage from us as opposed to other people. A lot of agencies will take their phone calls that they're receiving, and when they're tracking those phone calls, they put them at 30 seconds. So if you get a call at 30 seconds or more, it'll count as a conversion. We set ours at 60 seconds because I still feel like you can have a misdialed number or an accidental slip of the finger and talk to someone for 30 seconds. And I don't want any information to be misleading. We do 60 seconds. There's no way a phone call has been taking place less than 60 seconds and it's not been a valid, qualified, good call and a good conversion. So we'll count that. We can showcase that to our clients through that dashboard and let them see for that month or that year, whatever, how all the money that they've gone through, where it's gone and how beneficial it's been to them, that kind of thing.
Talk to us about your social media philosophy. I mean, there used to be, it would go back to MySpace, but let's just go back to Facebook here. It was Facebook, and then it was Instagram, and then TikTok came along, Snapchat. You've got all the YouTube extras now. How do you navigate through that maze?
Again, it goes back to the audience and the objectives of that client, as to what audience we're trying to target. Different platforms have a different audience segment, and we want to make sure that we're capturing the right audience. And then with that, there's different rules of thumb. Your big three right now that are trackable are going to be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, from those social channels. And, I'll give this out as a freebie. The rule of thumb, rule of thumb for social media is 4-1-1. You're going to do 4 posts a week. 4, 1, and 1 add up to 6. So 4 posts are going to be relational posts. And those posts, this is boots on the ground. This is not something you do. I mean, we can do it for you, but it's always best if it's coming from the entity. 4 posts that are relational, that are building clout with people that are following you, that are looking at your social media. This is not a sales pitch. This is, hey, we've got so-and-so in the office and it's their birthday today and we brought a cake in, or look at the visitor that just popped in, and you take a picture with them, stuff like that. Anything that makes you, that humanizes you and people see you as a person and you're building that credibility. The first one is going to be an industry related specific, industry specific topic that you can, speak to, right? For maybe a roofing company, it might be, we're entering into that season right now of all the fall debris that's coming down and it could ding and damage your roofs. Here's some things you can do to stop that or prevent trees from dragging on your roof, that kind of thing. Industry specific, industry related topics. The sixth one, it'd be the second one, that's going to be your sales pitch. That's where you can put something out that in relation to a service or a product that you're wanting to offer. So out of 6 posts a week, only one of them is a sales pitch. You're not getting salesy. You're not losing anyone. And in fact, you may have people that'll start following you just because of that first one that's an industry related topic that they like. That's information. They're wanting to educate themselves. So that's a good model to follow for social media posting.
I saw one recently, chamber member, Go Family Health. They, instead of saying you need to exercise, they went to the video on their social media and showed the specific exercises, or what does it mean just to skip instead of walk. And what do they show? They show several people skipping down the hallways. I mean, it was a fun video to watch, and the impact. I mean, to realize that instead of just saying it, they showed it. And to me, that's a big difference.
And video naturally has a higher hit count. It engages people more so than just a static text or a static image. It needs to be a video. It's got movement, and our eyes gravitate towards movement, which by nature, You're going to get more viewers on a social post with video.
Yeah, I appreciate saying that, because as far as what industry we do a lot is video. And so it's trying to get our area to normalize using video because it is a higher hit count. And there's also, I'll give away a free nugget.
Two freebies in one episode here.
I usually charge for this one, but we use repurpose.io. And so we set up everything on the back end. So when we post to, say, TikTok, it goes everywhere else automatically. So we're one video recorded, posted. It carries the hashtags, the captions, everything over to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. So instead of having us trying to post to all of them, we're just one and done.
Yeah.
So that
makes
cuts
it easy
down
for people like me.
and for us as well. When we have, you got so many a day to do, it cuts out. It's an efficiency measure.
All right. How do we get in touch with SnapMe Creative? How do we talk to Josh? Phone, email, you name it, website.
Website is snapmecreative.com. The phone number is 318-200-0043. And email, you can email Carroll, that's CARROLL at snapmecreative.com.
All right. Well, anything else?
No,
Quentin?
appreciate you coming on. Look forward to keep working with the Ambassador Club and everything like that. And I know Cows has a couple of things coming up and some podcasts we're about rolling, so we'd love to have you on the link and keep plugging away.
Well, Josh, thanks for being a part of Small Business Stories right here with the Monroe Chamber and Louisiana Catalyst.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.